This year was crazy for me in gaming as I played way too many games, trying to achieve or get as close as possible to 100% in every game I played. Thanks to the Steam Replay 2023, I can see that I just got over 4,400 achievements in total this year by going through my library playing old games, discovering new releases, and a lot of games thanks to the Jingle Jam 2022 bundle. I was nerdy enough that I even made a spreadsheet detailing these games. Are you proud of me, Mom and Dad? With so many new games tackled and a lot of achievements unlocked, I wanted to show off some of my personal favorites from this year. This list has no particular order or theme. They range in difficulty and goofiness, but they all got me hyped when I unlocked them, so let's get into it.
Life's immortal lives expire.
Let's start with this year's Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3. Like most people, I put an absurd amount of time into this game and I happily 100%ed this game with joy. The ability to interact with the world in a ridiculous amount of ways lets the player get creative with their achievements, which is what happened to me when I went for the Penny Pincher achievement. This requires you to kill the toll collector without her using any of her gold against you. If you try this by fighting normally, the odds stand against you as she only needs to land a single hit with her standard gold attack and the achievement becomes null and void. You could give her all your gold if you have enough, so you can stack some explosives next to her and nuke her into oblivion, or you can take a simple, hilarious route. Push her out the window. She goes from 600 HP down to 20 or 30, so you can make your way down there and finish her off to unlock this achievement. Something about pushing a big, bad, menacing enemy to their death is beautiful, instead of a normal route of being tactical and fighting like how you're supposed to.
For now, down here come the claws.
Slay the Spire was a game that came out of left field for me, and it was exactly what I've been searching for years now. I've always liked a good card game ever since the Force collection, but that shut down in 2018, and I've been waiting for something spectacular to come along and replace it. Magic the Gathering wasn't it for me, Marvel Snap was fun but got tiresome after a year, then this game popped up on my discovery queue. Slay the Spire blew me away with 4 distinct characters, all with their own decks and playstyles, and it being a roguelike gave me hundreds of hours of content. The game is so polished and runs so smoothly on any computer, which made it perfect when I was having a slow day at work, and even when I was having busy days. The Ascend 20 achievement required me to beat the game at the highest difficulty, which requires a lot of thinking, evaluating risks versus rewards, and building the perfect deck on my run. Each tier you go up, another modifier gets added. Some are whatever, while others, like the final tier, drastically change how to approach a run. I forgot about the final tier on my winning run, which was double boss modifier, so I preemptively celebrated my victory before the next boss slid in. I rarely jump out of my seat in excitement when I'm gaming, but finally unlocking this achievement had me running around my apartment scaring all my cats. If you like deck building, you have to try this game. Switching up in intensity, Here Comes Niko is an adorable 3D platformer that gives me the vibes of Super Mario 64 with all the traversal methods at your disposal. But instead of trying to find stars and save a princess, you're trying to find yourself and help new friends by completing their jobs across this little world. Solve riddles, be a fishing rod, reach the highest points, and complete more jobs like this to collect coins and gratitude from the lovable NPCs. And like most good games, there are secrets for you to find, and one of them involves our achievement Hopeless Romantic, which requires you to find the handsome frog in each level. Like, look at this frog. How could I not dedicate myself to finding these frogs? Look at their faces. They're throwing high quality pickup lines at me with music changes, and they're throwing flowers at me.
Are you kidding me?
After happening upon the first one, I knew no matter what, I had to find them all, and I proudly did. Hopefully one day we'll get a Handsome Frog DLC or standalone game. One of my favorite games that came out this year was Kill the Crows, a top-down, fast-paced shooter that lets you live out your dreams of being the fastest gunslinger in the West. And what's a Western shooter without a... Battle ever-increasing odds against new enemies and bosses while accomplishing challenges to obtain new weapons and perks. My favorite achievement was a part of a newly released update which gives the game a secret ending if you unlock the final pistol and fight your way all the way through to the final boss. To unlock this pistol, you'll have to do all the pistol challenges, so you'll really have to put your aim to the test, and the build up to this secret ending is super rewarding. Playing with the final pistol starts the game with the most difficult enemies spawning immediately, and the bosses at their most dangerous level immediately.
Get your fucking dog, bitch! It don't bite. Yes, it do!
Completing it was exhilarating, and discovering this newly added ending was just awesome. I really hope the developer continues to add more content to this game by either free updates or paid DLCs, because this is a straight banger. Another fantastic game released this year was Thronefall, a minimalistic tower defense game set in the medieval times. Play as the king and build your armies to defend against each enemy wave as you see fit. Complete quest challenges by beating each level with certain perks, enemy modifiers, and or weapons. The game is currently in early access, and the developers are really paying attention to its players by constantly rolling out quality of life patches and adding new free content. Recently, they added the Eternal Trials, which is a roguelike game mode that challenges you over the course of several maps to plan properly and establish a powerful kingdom. The number of enemies that get thrown at you gradually grows larger and more powerful, especially with the new buffed enemies that spawn. Reaching and completing the difficult level 7 granted me the Eternal Legend achievement, which gave me a powerful feeling after finally overcoming the overwhelming odds and strategically building the perfect army. Let's return to the Wild West and look at another fast-paced Western shooter, Call of Juarez Gunslinger. This shooter plays like one of those games in the arcade where you use a plastic gun to shoot enemies as they pop up. You get extra points for getting clean headshots, chaining kills for high combo, and beating levels at higher difficulties. Uniquely, the end of each level usually has you having a good old classic duel with the bounty you have been hunting down. Build up your focus and keep your eyes on the target and gun them down. With a unique gameplay feature like this, they had to implement a game mode just for dueling, challenging you to climb the ladder and prevail over each opponent. For the achievement Honor Intact, you have to win each duel honorably, meaning your opponent must move for their gun first, so you have to make sure your focus, aim, and reaction time are all good enough to outclass them. Sitting there silently and patiently waiting for my time to strike was some of the most unique fun I had in gaming in 2023. Guys, there were so many good games that came out this year, and I just have to talk about all of them. Crab Champions is another early access game that is beautifully crafted with loads of exciting gameplay and hopefully a bright future ahead of it. The developer has a large roadmap ahead and has added new content here and there, each time stopping me from whatever game I was playing to check out what is new in my favorite crab-focused roguelike. This game can get crazy in higher levels with you gaining immense power, but your enemies scaling just as well. Bullets go flying and explosions go exploding, so you have to stay light on your little crab legs and take risks to get a strong build going. But what if you wanted to take an extra step and take on a real challenge? Then we would land at Flawless, that required me to complete an entire run on normal difficulty without taking any damage. Not a single tick, hit point, shield loss, nada. Before attempting this challenge, you'll have to make sure you know how to keep the enemies at bay, slide and dodge away from their bullets, and make sure you understand each enemy and boss's unique characteristics. With each passing stage, it just becomes more and more intense, praying you don't make a single mistake or an enemy doesn't land a single shot on you somehow. Any misstep can ruin your run and you'd have to start all the way back from the beginning. I sighed a big ol' sigh of relief when I accomplished this and felt invincible in my little crab form, and I got this dandy little cosmetic alongside my achievement. Beep beep, you bastards. It's You Suck at Parking coming onto the scene to set your car on fire and explode it with military-grade heat-seeking missiles and to punch you into the depths of the ocean. This game, which should really get some more love as it's so damn good, challenges you to drive around the map finding parking spots while avoiding a constant stream of deadly traps and getting there before you run out of gas. Its hundreds of levels each have a unique layout and objectives to test your skills, so you are bound to have many hours of thrilling solo play. But solo play is not where our achievement lies. We are actually switching over to the multiplayer for the No Spot Left Unparked achievement, which challenged me to park in every spot in a full multiplayer match no matter how many stages it goes. You don't have to win, but you have to be consistent and adapt to the levels and players you go up against. Sometimes they'll keep to themselves, and other times they're living their Mad Max fantasy and just try to get you blown up with them. I enjoyed this achievement a lot as it gave me a good reason to learn all the fun maps and understand how to approach going against actual players, and of course it increases my driving skills to zoom around the map and safely park my little car. Look how cute it is. The gameplay is so finely tuned that getting better in both single player and multiplayer was satisfying as hell. Not quite ready to drive a car? How about just being a ball then rolling around at crazy speeds? We can do that in Paperball. Easily comparable to the old Super Monkey Ball games, the objective is to navigate around the stage precisely and quickly to obtain faster and faster times for better and better medals. Balance on tiny beams, switch between moving platforms, and use fans to affect your speed are just some of the ways that you'll traverse through the levels while trying to be as speedy as possible. This game is all about speed, precision, and timing, which is why I'm so proud that I was able to achieve the Paperball Wizard achievement for getting platinum times in every level in the base game. After perfecting every stage, I was so happy that it was finally over, but actually sad that there was nothing left for me to do. I did end up getting the DLCs and perfecting those levels as well, but the base game had more stages and were more fun to me, so getting this achievement in particular was top tier fun. If you saw my last video, thanks a lot if you did, but you'll know that I have some issues with the Gears 5 achievements, along with basically every game in this franchise. But this doesn't mean that there aren't any good achievements, which is why I wanted to show a bit of love to this divisive game. Gears 5 has started a lot of debates on the direction of the franchise, especially going from a linear game to a new semi-open world game. For the first time in the franchise, in 2 of the acts you are allowed to travel on a skiff around the map to complete the main mission, while also doing side quests and finding hidden secrets. While I personally was not a huge fan of this content, they did give you some good reasons to explore by having the Relics of the Past achievement for killing an enemy with every relic weapon in the campaign. Relic weapons are hidden throughout the map and they are unique powered up versions of the existing weapons, giving each one a new cool feeling, such as the Retro Lancer shooting explosive bullets, the almighty Longshot having 2 bullets upon a perfect reload, or the famous Nasher shotgun changing from a close range to a medium long range with its new slug bullets. With 17 relic weapons defined, this was an exciting way to encourage players to explore their levels more in depth and be rewarded with new weapons to beat back the Swarm Horde. And those were 10 of my most favorite achievements from 2023. Honestly, I could keep going on and on. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video, but either way, thanks for watching this video if you made it this far or wherever you stopped in the video. I don't really care. Alright, thanks, bye bye.